Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the Hollywood Roost podcast. Now, one of the things that I'm constantly asked all the time is if I'm in Los Angeles, how do I meet celebrities? Where do they hang out? How do I find them? So today's episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about where you might be able to find celebrities in the Los Angeles area. Now, if you're new to this channel or if you're not too familiar with who we are, I am a filmmaker and I do a lot of work in Hollywood. And I have since the late 1990s. I've been to the award shows, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Grammys, movie premieres, all that kind of stuff. I have been closely associated with the entertainment industry and with a lot of these people. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think that when they take a vacation and go to Hollywood, that they're going to walk down Hollywood Boulevard and that they're going to see stars everywhere. And that's really not the case. Now, stars are just like everybody else. They have places that they have to go. They have things they like to do. But that being said, most of their houses are designed to where they don't have to leave if they don't choose to. You know, a lot of them have barbers come to their house, stylists, all that kind of stuff. They can come to you, but they are still going to be going out and about. And I will say also that one of the places that you probably will not see anybody is Rodeo Drive. And the reason for that is because they don't tend to walk up and down the street. I mean, out of all the years I've spent in Hollywood, I've probably seen less than a half a dozen stars walking down Rodeo Drive. They do visit the shops. They do send their assistants into the shops. But if they're going to visit the shops, they don't park on Rodeo Drive usually. They usually park in the alleyways behind Rodeo Drive. But let's talk about the places where you might see them. Now, one of my favorite places to hang out when I'm in Los Angeles is the Beverly Hills Hotel. Now, the Beverly Hills Hotel is one of the crown jewels of Hollywood. Everybody stays there. Everybody has meetings there. And the Polo Lounge is one of the hot spots for meetings, for executives, for filmmakers. It's a great place for people to get together and hang out and hash out ideas. So you probably will see a familiar face at the Polo Lounge. But what I need to tell you is that if you are there, you need to be cool, you need to be relaxed, and you can't make a scene because that's going to not only upset whoever it is that you are seeing in there, but they don't take too kindly in the Beverly Hills Hotel to tourists and gawkers and that kind of thing. And if you pull out a camera and try to take pictures, they will kick you out. So beware of that. But if you want to just see a star or potentially meet somebody, just, remember that they're a fellow human being. Try to treat them with respect and some dignity. But Beverly Hills Hotel is probably my number one place. Now, when people are out and about in Los Angeles, they like to eat. There's a lot of world-class restaurants, a lot of great chefs, a lot of fantastic food. So the rest of these places are pretty much restaurants. Now, one of the places that's really popular with the Hollywood crowd is the Ivy. That's a very popular, more people tend to go there for lunch, but it's a great place for entertainment industry meetings. That's one of the other places that I would recommend. Spago in Beverly Hills is another great spot to see people. Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, he is often there. He will cook your food directly and sometimes bring it to the table himself. That's another hot spot. It used to be a big dinner location. Paparazzi used to hang out outside and wait to see who was coming and going. It's still a pretty happening place, although maybe not in recent years as popular as it once was, but you're still probably going to see somebody there. Now, if you're in West Hollywood, I would recommend checking out Craig's. That seems to be the hot spot now. That's where the paparazzi hangs out. That's where TMZ gets some of their footage. That's where a lot of people that are, autograph hunters, that kind of thing, they hang out there. So there's going to be a lot of people coming and going at Craig's. Craig's is American food. It's really good food. I would highly recommend it if you're looking for a place to eat. It's not insanely expensive. It's not super cheap, but it's not going to break the bank. One of the other places, Boa Steakhouse on Sunset. you're going to frequently see a lot of people there. A lot of rock stars tend to hang out there. You might see Vince Neil, you see Marilyn Manson there sometimes. That kind of crowd. You'll see people like David Spade. People often go there to be seen. There usually is TMZ, paparazzi, people like that hanging out there at night. So if you want to be seen, that's one of the places you will probably go, at least for dinner. And one of the other places they have a lot of parties is the Chateau Marmont. That's one of the places that if you go there on Golden Globes night, if you go there on Grammy night, Oscar night, they are always hosting after event parties there. Now, if you're not staying there, you can't really go on property. It's not a very public place, but there are a lot of people that tend to hang out outside of the main entrance. There's always fans there waiting if there's somebody in there. The last time I was staying there, Bono from U2 was there, and he went out, and there was probably 200-300 fans across the street. He crossed the street, went over, and was signing albums and posing for pictures for probably a half an hour or 45 minutes, which is kind of unheard of for a star of his stature. But if you want to see a star, the Chateau Marmont is also a really great place. Now, one other thing that I should mention is that things are always changing in Hollywood. The hot place today is not going to be the hot place tomorrow, and you just never know. You could see stars anywhere. You could go out and not see anybody. You just never really know. But if you follow this list a little bit and you're curious about seeing famous people when you're in Los Angeles, this is probably going to be a really good start for you. But I just kind of wanted to touch on this because this is something that a lot of people have been asking me over the last couple of months. And I just kind of wanted to touch on that. And that's pretty much all I have for today's podcast. If you're new on the Hollywood Roost, this is kind of a newer channel. I have many other channels where I do a lot of other, film-based things, a lot of, traveling to locations, movie locations, things like that. This is kind of a catch-all, just a Hollywood-themed, Hollywood news, breaking stories, things like that, as we get interesting things, sometimes exclusives. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. And have you ever seen a star in Los Angeles, or do you have a favorite place? Let me know in the comments. But thanks so much, guys, and have a good day.